G'day guys, welcome back. My name is Walker. Super Rugby Round 7. Blues versus Moana Pasifika. Second game in 1 week these two teams played. They had a game on Tuesday where Moana Pasifika actually was basically in the hunt to win the game until late, I guess maybe 15-20 minutes before the Blues finally pulled away and closed out the game. It was very one of those nightmare situations that the Blues fans are starting to get used to, I guess. The Tuesday match. So the game today, Moana Pasifika came out, probably wanted to improve on that Tuesday performance and maybe close out this game and squeeze out a win over the Blues. But it wasn't to be. This was at Eden Park, the home of the Blues. A lot of fans showed up, it was really loud. And Blues really wanted to put on a show for the fans. And this was a very convincing performance for the Blues over the Moana Pasifika today. The Blues came out today with inaugural. This is the first game in front of the home crowd. I think this is the first game in their home stadium. So the Blues came out with the welcome haka. The Blues haka, Moana Pasifika embraced the haka with a knee on the ground and a triangle kind of shape. And it was very intense. Bit of very intense. A lot of atmosphere built up at the beginning of the match. And as a result, Moana Pasifika came out feeding on that energy, and it was looking like Blues was gonna have a big struggle this match to beat the Moana Pasifika. But the Blues eased a little bit more polish around a lot of the smaller areas, like in the breakdowns, in the scrums, in the set pieces, in the lineouts, and just the overall. I think the defense on the Moana Pasifika is a little bit lacking behind the Blues as well. So that eventually saw the Blues kind of snowball some of the advantage to a pretty big win. Overall, the Moana Pasifika actually had an opportunity all the way to about halftime. There was an incident where Caleb Clark got a red card for the Blues. He basically tried to charge down the Moana Pasifika number 14 down the wing, who put a little chip kick through, and then instead of getting the charge down successfully, he kind of basically bumped his hips onto the Moana Pasifika player's head in the air, and dangerous play, quite rightly so. James Dolman, red card. Despite that, the Blues was able to control the situation. Moana Pasifika probably need a bit more patience in their attack. They were, during this period especially, was really noticing they really wanted to score. They were pretty close, hanging in there in the game at that point. And again and again, small mistakes saw them missing out the opportunity to score. There was a try denied because of double movement. One of their own players essentially pushed the ball carrier past the line, despite the ball carrier was on the ground, kind of not able to get over the try line. And the referee deemed that double movement. There was another opportunity where they forced the kick behind, maybe rushed a little bit. And they definitely had a few opportunities to score that they maybe could have just managed a little bit better, could have got themselves on the better end of the score for the Moana Pasifika. The Moana Pasifika attacking structure did look really good, has really good ball handling. They, for a team that's their inaugural season, the attack looked really good. The ball handling, the way the players are able to link up with each other with offloads when they do make a little bit of break, is, I have to say, it's better than quite a number of the Australian teams, to be fair. And I was pretty impressed, especially there was they were able to put so much pressure on the Blues that you would just, if that tiny bit of execution errors would be tidied up, they could be ahead in the score, and putting the Blues, the score could look a lot better if those small opportunities that they had weren't weren't squandered through little mistakes here and there. There was also a maybe a little bit of an issue for the Moana Pasifika in terms of the defense. The Blues were able to get, I thought, a couple of easy tries just due to, I guess, defensive errors from the Moana Pasifika team. Caleb Clark scored a try where he just kind of pummeled himself through a defender. I think Bryce Heem got a try as well. He just galloped through a couple of defenders. There was Maybe there were some defensive issues, especially in that, I guess, maybe 10 to 12 channel. I know Christian Leniafano used to play for the Wallabies. His tackling wasn't that great, to be fair. Maybe they have to look at if that is a consistent issue for the Moana Pasifika. Maybe they have to look at moving him out to the wing, like what a lot of the New Zealand teams do with their 10s in defense, to just get that more size in that 10 channel if the Moana Pasifika is having defensive issues there. So maybe there should be some adjustments there for the Moana Pasifika. The Blues, on the other hand, really, really good dominant set pieces. Their scrummaging was excellent. Their line-out was pretty good. Their maul was able to yield 3 tries. So, yeah, as good as you can possibly ask for. The Moana Pasifika did put a bit of a issue for the Blues. More defense. They looked like they scored a try, but once again, little execution error. So that try denied, where one of the players ran into one of his own player in the maul, and it resulted in obstruction. Try was denied. So just, yeah, little things like that really kind of like the Blues off the hook a bit. But the Blues overall defense, I thought, was quite good. And also the Blues was initially giving away way too many penalties at the start of the game. And then they were able to kind of like tidy that up and pull themselves together. And the penalty count kind of like stayed in control. Whereas Moana Pasifika kind of did the reverse. They were kind of like giving away a little bit of penalties at the start, and the penalty count just kept on piling up. Really hurt them in the long run of the game as well. So yeah, that's kind of the overall observations I have with this game. The stats overall, Moana Pasifika actually has a little bit more run meters at 308 to the Blues 297. Turnovers conceded, 14 for the Blues, 13 for the Moana Pasifika. Tackle count, pretty even, 115 for the Blues, 101 for the Pasifika. Missed tackles, 21 for the Blues, 17 for the Moana Pasifika. I felt like Moana Pasifika had a bit more missed tackles, just considering the amount of, considering there was, like I mentioned, a couple tries, at least that was just resulted in poor tackling, I thought. But I guess the overall stats is still in favor of the Moana Pasifika in that regard. Kicking game, the Blues had a bit of dominance, 13 kicks to the Moana Pasifika's 8. And then also lineouts, like I mentioned, the set piece for the Blues was quite good. Quite a bit of pressure on the Moana Pasifika. 2 lineouts stolen for the Blues, 2 scrum lost for Moana Pasifika, and also there was quite a few scrum penalties against the Moana side as well. The Blues, 10 penalties conceded and 1 red card with that Caleb Clark incident. And Moana Pasifika, 15 penalties given away. So overall, the point summary, yeah, Blues had 7 tries this game. And Moana Pasifika was able to stay in the game with some of the penalties the Blues were giving away early in the game. In fact, right off the get-go, the Moana Pasifika was able to basically pummel the Blues for the first 10 minutes or so, right from the kickoff, feeding on that energy that Blues haka gave them. I thought they probably could have gone for a try at the start, but they opted for 3 points, respecting the Blues a couple times. So within 10 minutes, Moana Pasifika was up 6 points to 0. Blues gets their first penalty back 10 minutes into the game, kicks that 3, and then from there going onwards, the Blues were able to just slowly find holes here and there in the Moana Pasifika side, like getting themselves in for plenty of tries this game. So yeah, some interesting stuff, I guess. Let's talk about that. So there was 3 more tries for Eklund, the hooker. Quite impressive in that regard to see that the Blues set piece really working quite well for them. This try, Caleb Clark and Bryce Heem, both of them are pretty much, I think the Lamb try in the end as well. What happened in the end in the Lamb try? No, I think the Caleb Clark and the Bryce Heem tries were both just the players getting the ball and trampling over a couple of defenders due to maybe tackling technique issues there. 2 quite easy tries there. And then the Lamb try at the end was another set piece off the scrum where the Blues were able to score basically just one was even, I don't even think it was one phase. Sprinting the ball out wide, finding Lamb on the wing with space going through there. And then the Blues first try. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Evans scores the first try for the Blues. And the Moana Pasifika, to be fair, despite the fact that they only score 1 tries, a lot of these penalties probably could have been tries if they had pushed it a bit further to try to put pressure those points. Or the 1 try that was scored by the Moana Pasifika. Did I have it? Yeah, so this was a really nice try where they put a lot of pressure again on the Blues defense. One of the play makes a little break, and as he's getting on the ground, pops the ball up. Looked like a forward pass. The referee had a look, no like conclusive evidence. It looked like before, to be fair. Pops it up. Tava Nawai gets the ball, runs in for the try. He was really close already, like a few meters, just a couple big steps in, goes in. So yeah, that was again, the Moana Pasifika did look like they tried to rush some of the opportunities. It's almost like every time they get inside the Blues 22, they wanted to score that try, and resulted in just a lack of patience, a lack of little mistakes here and there. Really hurt themselves. They could easily score 3-4 tries this game if it wasn't for just like a little mistake. In fact, I think there was maybe at least two twice where they did score and the referee had to go back and look and found like small mistakes that disallowed the try. So yeah, just a little tidying up to do for the Moana Pasifika will be really, really good for them going forward. But overall, I thought this was a pretty good game for the Blues. Big improvement from the game they play on. In fact, big improvement from the previous couple of weeks. Really solid overall in their game strategy. And then the Moana Pasifika, like I said, showed really good attacking structure. Better than some of the Aussie teams that I've seen so far. And yeah, for a team that's making their inaugural debut in the Super Rugby, I thought it was quite impressive. And I look forward to potentially some upsets over the Aussie teams in the near future. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I really do appreciate it. And see you guys a bit later for more reviews. And thanks for watching. Cheers.